we can't.
Keeping the people in this building comfortable is a top priority for us.
And Mid-American Energy can help.
40% of our energy bill was just keeping the lights on. Then we switched to energy-efficient lighting and bought new uniforms instead.
With new efficient appliances, I'm saving money on my energy and water bills.
And the money we save each month moving and drying this grain is easy to handle.
Regardless of size, Mid-American Energy can help improve your business's bottom line. The power is in your hands with Mid-American Energy.
She'll be Kothe and Meyer.
Thank you.
Right now, get any large original or flatbread sausage pizza for only $10. Casey's, famous for pizza.
Wells Fargo Arena 3A semifinals, bringing them to you on the Fairway Foods Championship Network. We just keep moving right along. We buzz right along, guys. Before you know it, we're in 152 here.
Well, this is the tough thing. I mean, my goodness, look at all these matches going on. Who do you watch at one time right now? I mean, you got a dogfight down here between Kelly and Keegan Shaw. You know, 46 seconds to go, 5-2 score. Keegan Shaw's coming out with everything he's got. You got Alex Meyer, you know, wrestling over there, Southeast Polk. We got Freddie Stroker wrestling, a three-time, finalist, going for his third state championship. And then you got an extremely exciting match.
Great one.
0-0 down here, but these two guys are bulldogs going at it down here on mat number 6 with it being Dittmer
and Davis, yeah.
Dittmer of Southeast Polk and Josh Davis of Des Moines East. A couple of just horses.
Well, Davis has just been a freight train all year. His matches don't last very long. The Woodward match was as long as he won a really tough battle with Woodward in the quarters.
Oh boy. A lot of East pride too. They say Lee Township against the world. It'd be the first one in 50 years for Des Moines East.
Yeah, it's a big deal. And for Josh, it would be just poetic justice to get to the finals. He's had a rough career. He's been somebody everybody has their eyes on. He always gives you a glimmer, and then something happens. And there's 2 for Aaron Meyer, a late 2 with 12 seconds left. He gets 2 to go ahead of Kothe. He might hold him off again. Looks like Meyer's going to go to the finals. He was in the finals last year.
That's going to be a Southeast Polk versus Bettendorf matchup in the finals.
Right, and last year he had a same thing with Logan Ryan.
Yeah.
And that was an important match for the team race. Logan Ryan, of course, tough kid to beat. He goes on and wins. Stroker, the same situation. Another win for Stroker.
Kelly was a winner on mat 4, just as that exited too. He'll be taking on Wagner, as you guys mentioned earlier.
Yep, Josh Winger of Cedar Springs will be taking on Daniel Kelly of Cedar Falls in the 138-pound championship match tomorrow night. Boy, see, okay, we don't got any matches going on right now except for
yeah, we can focus
Dittmer
on Davis.
Let's just, hey, hold those other mats until this one's complete.
This is a good one. Yeah.
I want to watch these guys scrap. Davis, as you mentioned earlier, in a really tough, hard-fought match against Woodward where he had to come from behind in the third period to win, and it was an exciting match, very exciting match.
Yeah, Woodward looked like he was in control of that. Davis just didn't quit, comes back. Got controversial there at the end, but it was all clean. Everything was clear. Davis is the winner. Hard-fought victory. It was like 8-7.
Look at this, look at this.
Look at Dittmer, though. Very familiar with Davis.
Scramble wrestling right there. Dittmer actually hit a shot on Davis. Davis sprawled, tried getting around behind him, but Dittmer did a great job of scrambling, came out, and then went right into another hold. And that shows you how good of a wrestler that Dittmer is right there. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4 actions in a row before someone completed something.
Excellent point, too. We better mention Racer and Hartzler here on mat 3 because Racer's matches don't last very long. And he's just been dominant all year at 160. But Bryce Steyert's on the other side. We'll get to him. But also here at 152 is a kid from Ames, Coleman, who's very tough. He's beaten Dittmer once and lost to Dittmer over here, who's in the Davis match. And Malcolm from Glenwood, kind of the unknown commodity here at 160 or 152. Tough kid. He's rated number 4. Doesn't get a lot of publicity. Coleman, who's rated 5th, actually, rated lower than him, but I would think Coleman was the guy to look for here. But obviously with this action on mat 6 at 152, maybe the more premier 152 semi. 2-1 Racer. And then, as we mentioned, Bryce Steyert, the other the big horse at 160.
Yeah, Steyert's got Egley of Fort Dodge on his back right now, looking for the fall. 2-point takedown. Then he got a chicken wing and ran him over. Steyert is on fire. He's one of them guys. You know, if I did do picks, you know, through this tournament to pick favorites and stuff like that in this tournament, I'd have to probably pick Steyert winning it at 160 pounds. But it's going to be fun to watch. Probably him and Racer in the finals.
And what a matchup. As you say, Steyert's been on fire and just a tough kid. And I think he matches up well with Racer. I mean, not a lot of people have this year. Racer's just taken everybody down, but you're talking about a 3-time place winner and a returning champion in Bryce Steyert, a finalist 2 years ago also. Of course, Racer coming in this year to Bettendorf from Minnesota, nationally ranked.
Is Racer who beat Steyert this year at the Cedar Falls, Keith Young finals? I think who.
How about that Keith Young tournament? Always a good one.
I know it is. It's a great tournament. It's almost like a mini state.
Yeah, you have the Battle of Waterloo. You have the Keith Young early tournaments that are just fantastic in this state.
And then over here in Urbandale.
And then Winger.
Yep.
So 3 great tournaments inside the state. A lot of these teams also go to the Cheesehead, Kansas, outside of Missouri and Kansas tournaments.
Travel up to Minnesota, go to Apple Valley after that tournament up there. A lot of these teams go to Geneseo.
Clash in Rochester, as you
Clash
mentioned.
is what I was thinking, yeah.
And all over, just so popular. If these schools can afford it, if they can get out, the kids find a way to they get them there. And great experience. You see a lot better quality wrestling.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Viewers at home and the people in the stands, I hope that they realize what they're watching.
There goes
right
Davis.
now. Davis is the best.
Davis
of the best.
had to have it.
The best of the best.
He didn't get him. He's running out of time. He's got 14 seconds. Dittmer's wrestled a good match.
Well, Dittmer's done exactly what he had to do, and that's keep Davis off his head. and I mean, it sounds stupid.
Ooh, look at this, though.
But look
how on a double, man. Dittmer got his legs back, did a good job right there.
Right.
That Davis is just so powerful. I thought when he got in there, though, he might be able to suck Dittmer's legs in, but he was not able to do it. So it is going to be Dittmer of Southeast Polk
unbelievable
in the finals.
I knew Dittmer had a chance, and he's tough, and he knows Davis, but from seeing Davis this year, he's just been unstoppable. But it shows you why we watch these and why we have to wait till the very end. Anything can happen. Great job by Briar Dittmer. Amazingly.
The team race and the success, too, and like Mark was saying earlier, you can't go out there with any question that you can take him, and he definitely had that feeling, and you got to credit what they've been doing as a program now.
Nobody said Dittmer would get to the finals last year, but he did, too.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a kid that he's welcoming that.
Yeah.
That's a challenge. Everybody said, well, too bad you're going to have Davis.
Yeah.
Well, bring him on. Looks like Coleman is actually trailing Malcolm here on mat 4.
Yes.
So the pairings, the predicaments rankings anyway, holding true, 4 versus 5. Haven't mentioned the rankings very much. We don't get into it too often, but these kids are ranked, and in the predicaments, always spot on.
The thing is it's tough to rank guys in high school because, the state's so big, and a lot of these guys don't see each other, especially in the Class 1A and 2As. You get like 3 or 4 guys that are all undefeated in the same bracket. I mean, we need to, if they did, long controversy, whether you see it or not see the state tournament. If they did start seeing the state tournament, I think that you'd see a lot of the teams start actually wrestling each other so that they can prove that they should be the number 1, 2, 3, 4 seed or whatever.
It's interesting how it could change the culture of what you do as a program. Mat 6, Patton will be taking on Dylan Chase, Clinton, so that one's getting ready to go.
It's Steyert in full control there with mat 5, excuse me.
The Steyert's looking really good, third period. Out to a 9-0 lead, and then he's got Racer over here next door to him on mat number 3. Racer of Bettendorf up 10-3 in the second period of his match. Again, Racer and Steyert probably going to meet up in each other in the finals tomorrow night. That's going to be. I know I'm looking forward to watching that matchup.
163.
Yeah, definitely. That is one that if you had, you've got that one marked
right there. He's up 9-1. They go out of bounds, and he runs back to the center.
Yeah. Who doesn't love that? How can you not like this kid? Steyert is a go-getter, and look at how hard he's working with 1:16 left and a 9-1 lead.
11-1 now. Racer intentionally releases Hartzler. Linmar immediately gets on a leg, elevates it, kicks him out, kicks it out to a 12-4 lead. So both these guys have major decisions right now.
And here's a tale of two cities on mat 6, really. A quiet returning champion. And with the takedown right as we speak, Isaiah Patton. He's one of those 3A guys going for his 4th place. There's a few fourth-time guys looking for 4-time place winners. And Patton is one of those. He was your champion at 60 last year. He's so quiet. Not a lot of people talking about him. Outstanding wrestler for Dowling Catholic. And then Dylan Chase on the other side from Clinton, a guy who was qualified a couple years ago, didn't come back, and nobody ever talks about him, and he's found a way as a senior to get back up here. 2 losses on the season. He's got it together this year for Clinton. But he's down right now, 2-0.
Over there, mat number 4.
Looks like
it's only end of the second period. Did not get the pin. Time ran out. That's Coleman of Ames taking on Malcolm of Glenwood.
The thing about Coleman's a young man. Coleman's a sophomore.
Malcolm only a junior.
The junior from Glenwood. The sophomore from Ames, as I mentioned, at the Winger Classic. Briar Dittmer of Southeast Polk took care of him there. But then in the conference tournament, they went sudden victory, and Coleman was victorious. So either one of these guys match up well against Dittmer in the final. It'll be entertaining. Coleman knows him. It looks like Malcolm doesn't care. he just wants to get there.
Steyert with the win, as you guys mentioned.
Sort of businessman-like, but
yeah,
always working.
Well, that's what, you know, over here, like we talked about Racer of Bettendorf. He's pretty businesslike over here. 14-6 lead right now.
You got to know Coach Knight absolutely loves a guy like Racer who's going to go out and get bonus points every time or work his butt off to do it. And most times gets it. He's a pinner. He's still working hard with 47 seconds left and an 8-point lead. You never know. Those extra bonus points are out there. Knight won't have his guys quit before the whistle anyway. I mean, it's just, it doesn't happen at Bettendorf. Got a new match on mat 6.
Another 170-pound mat. That's Phillips.
Here's an unranked guy, Mark, from Waterloo East. This is the lone unranked wrestler. We talk about rankings. He snakes in here. This is one of those stories.
He had a first-round fall, and then he has his last match in the quarterfinals this morning. He had a 5-4 win over Crawford of Indianola. He's taken on Max Lyon, Epworth.
Once beaten Lyon.
This Phillips of Waterloo East is a senior, 34-10 coming into the tournament. Max Lyon Epworth is only a sophomore with a 46-1 record.
Second ranking at the weight class, 170, number 2 ranked Max Lyon. Of course, Patton is the number 1. He's wrestling number 5, Dylan Chase, on mat number 6 with a 2-0 lead. Chase on top in the second period, on top writing, not on top in the score.
Mat number 4 in the top right of your screen. Looks like Coleman of Ames is well on to a victory there. About a minute left to go. He's out to a 12-4 lead. But that doesn't mean nothing. We saw a match earlier in this tournament. The score was, I think,
in 2A, Erickson lost with a 16-2 lead.
Yeah, 16-2.
On his way to almost tech fall, Turner kid, and just a momentary lapse for Erickson, and Turner caught him and headlock him through him.
Opportunities are out there. When it comes to getting maximum productivity from your acres, who can you turn to?
I got a guy who works with me to customize a plan for each acre, not a one-size-fits-all solution.
I got a guy who knows which corn products will help me get more out of this field.
I got a guy who digs deeper and treats my business like it's his.
Who do I turn to? My Channel Seedsman.
Find your Channel Seedsman at channel.com.
You should see my bank. It can do awesome things. Mom says it's just like the Four Seasons. Always there. Helping communities grow.